All right, welcome everyone and welcome Nadia Mitchell. She's a certified Reiki master, teacher and practitioner, spiritual life coach, meditation and mindfulness teacher, crystal Reiki master teacher, integrated energy therapy practitioner, and animal Reiki practitioner. And she is zooming in from Long Island, New York. She had a couple sessions with us already. One was introduction to Reikis, and the second one was on healing crystals. And especially the second one was very popular. We have the recording of it posted on our library website blog. So if you want to view it after the fact, you are still welcome to view it. Reach us out if you don't know the current location, call the library and we will help you find it. So without further ado, welcome Nadia Mitchell.
Hi, good evening. Thank you so much, Magda. I appreciate that introduction. Just pulling up a document for you. Alrighty. Oh, hi. Okay. Kathy, nice to see you again. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, well, I had such a good time and learned so much at the last one I was at, I just couldn't pass it up.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. Thank you. Thank you. So good to see everyone. Thank you for joining. And I see two other people are joining us as well. So welcome. As Magda said, my name is Nadia Mitchell and I'm based in New York, originally from Brooklyn, living on Long Island. Very happy to be with you and just share a little bit more about chakras. Hi, Demisha. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Hi. Hi. And Kathy, I'd love to see your face. Your hair looks great though. There you are. Awesome. So chakras. Does anyone know about chakras already? Have a basic idea? Just a little bit,
Yep.
a little bit, Kathy. All right. Would you mind sharing what you know?
Well, I know that there the like what 7 different energies. Is it 7?
Yes, you're correct.
Energy zones in the body, and that they can work to either disrupt a lot in your system or heal a lot if you get them in alignment or out of alignment. They can work to your benefit or
affect you in
to your detriment.
Way. Yeah, well said, Kathy. Thank you for that. Thank you. Anyone else like to share what they know about chakras already? No?
When I was a massage therapist, I had crystals, the colors of the chakra, taped to the bottom of my massage table.
Nice.
No one knew but me.
No. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Anyone have any questions off the top of their heads that they've been wondering about? No? Okay, well, we're going to get into it. Magda, I would like to share my screen, so I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Once I'm able.
Oh, okay.
I have a presentation lined up for you all.
Wait
and of course, you don't have to wait until the end of the presentation to ask any questions that come to mind. Feel free to interject. It's not a problem. I like to keep programs engaging and interactive. So thank you. I see someone else. Hi, Gabrielle. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Elena. Oh, okay. All righty. We have Casey joining as well. I'll just admit her.
Yeah, I did. Already did.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All righty. So I'm going to go ahead and here's Gabrielle. Going to go ahead and share my screen. Hi, Casey. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Hi, Gabrielle. Alrighty. Let's see. Can everyone see my screen okay?
Yes.
Yes, awesome. Alrighty. And if at any point you can't hear me clearly, please let me know. Let's see. It's so different when you use Google. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our chakras 101. What are chakras? The chakras in Sanskrit means wheel or spinning wheel. The chakras are the 7 energy centers, like Kathy said, in your body. And they are best described as spinning discs of energy that should stay open and aligned. Chakras correspond to bundles of nerves, major organs, and areas of our energetic body that affect our emotional and physical well-being. Chakras can be open, dimmed, or closed, or even too open, which is a whole nother conversation. What are the names of the 7 chakras? You have your crown chakra, which starts at the top of your head, your third eye chakra, right between your eyebrows, your throat chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your sacral or sacral, depending on how you want to pronounce it, and your root chakra. And as Kathy mentioned earlier, each chakra represents a different part of your body, is responsible for unique area of your life, of your body. So we're going to go into that as well. And again, any questions come to mind, feel free to ask. Here are the 7 chakra locations. You know, as I mentioned, the top of your head, you have your crown chakra, and that usually represents spirituality, among a few other things, but that's like the top thing. The third eye chakra also represents awareness. The throat chakra represents communication. It's a big one. The heart chakra represents love and healing. And the solar plexus chakra represents wisdom and power. The sacral chakra, sexuality, creativity. And lastly, the root chakra represents basic trust. What does each chakra represent? The root chakra, which is located at the base of the spine, represents identity, issues surrounding survival and connection to earth. Sacral chakra, which is 1 to 2 inches below the navel, deals with sex, gender, creativity, procreation. Solar plexus, which is 1 to 2 inches above the navel, is connected to power, self-esteem, and self-protection. Heart chakra, which is the center of the chest, is connected to how we feel and express love. Throat chakra, which is at the base of the throat, helps us to speak our truth. A lot of times people will feel as if they need to suppress their feelings and thoughts. They don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. They worry about how others will feel. So they just kind of bite their tongue. And that's usually shown in the throat chakra when you're that type of person, when you're not able to speak up for yourself and share your thoughts without feeling like it either won't matter or it won't be agreed with. Third eye chakra, which is between the eyebrows, helps us to see what is not physical. Intuition lies here. This is a big one as well, especially in the world of spirituality, energy work. Crown chakra, which is at the top of the head, is our connection to the universe, spirituality, and divine guidance. Usually when you meditate, your crown chakra is what allows you to feel connected to your higher self. What colors are associated with each chakra? The crown chakra is associated with the color purple. Third eye chakra, indigo. Throat chakra, blue. Heart chakra, green. You would think red, right? Solar plexus, yellow. And sacral chakra, orange. And lastly, root chakra is root, like root colors. Any questions so far? No? Alrighty, moving along. How do you know if your chakras are blocked? Here's some signs of blocked chakra versus a balanced chakra. For example, examples of a blocked sacral chakra would be a person that doesn't enjoy socializing, feels a need to control things, tends to push people away. A balanced sacral chakra would look like an individual who feels empowered to take creative risks, embrace their sexuality, is very outgoing and not reclusive. Examples of a blocked root chakra can be quick to anger, may feel undriven, self-conscious, walk into a room and feel like everyone's staring at them, not as confident. Problems in the legs, feet, rectum, tailbone, and even immune system. Issues with the male reproductive parts and prostate gland, degenerative arthritis, knee pain, sciatica, eating disorders, and constipation. Also stress or stressed about money. That's a big one. And examples of a balanced root chakra would be a sense of ease. They have less worry and fear. They feel supported. They are present, mindful, in tune with nature, and they also feel connected, grounded, and safe in their own body. Blocked solar plexus tends to look like digestive problems, chronic fatigue, pancreas and gallbladder issues, an unrelenting inner critic. You're always hearing that negative voice in your head, or you always see the negative side of things more than the positive, more pessimistic than optimistic, and a constant fear of rejection. Balanced solar plexus. Individuals experience self-respect, self-compassion, tend to have a sense of humor, a warm personality, is responsible and reliable. Blocked heart chakra, upper back pain, shoulder problems, arm and wrist pain, over loving to the point of suffocation, jealousy and bitterness, and has a constant fear of being alone. A balanced heart chakra shows joy and gratitude and also love and compassion for those around you. Those individuals with a balanced heart chakra tend to be more loving and understanding and thoughtful of others. A blocked throat chakra usually consists of thyroid issues, suppressed feelings as mentioned earlier, ear infections, neck and shoulder pain, sore throat, issues expressing yourself, and fear of being out of control. Balanced throat chakra. The person is articulate, they're honest, they're able to speak their truth, and they can effectively listen to the truth of others as well. But going back to effectively or being able to speak your truth, meaning that you have no problem expressing yourself. You don't worry about what others will think or how, if they'll think of you differently. You have no problem expressing how you feel, and of course with boundaries would be ideal, but there's a lot of people that really do suppress their feelings out of fear of upsetting others. And in the end, they end up affecting themselves. And that has an effect on your body. Blocked third eye, headaches, blurred vision and eye strain, sinus issues, moodiness and stubbornness. Balanced third eye looks like someone who feels more focused and determined. They're open to receiving advice from others. It's not just as is. They're willing to see it from another or different perspectives. More open. Before I go there, just want to engage a little bit with you all, if you don't mind. Feel free to come off mute. Any questions so far? Any thoughts about the slides that I've shared thus far?
So
Anything that resonates with you?
I just learned all of my chakras are out of balance. I have all the issues listed, all the above and below.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, there are a few that always seem to stand out. So not a problem. We'll definitely go into how we can balance them. And a lot of the ways that we could do that are really simple. Just making simple changes in your daily routine. Even wearing specific colors can help. So we'll definitely go into that. Anyone else like to share anything? Any thoughts? Anything that resonates with you so far? No? Any questions? Let's see. If you're not comfortable asking, feel free to send a message in the chat if that works better for you.
I have a question.
Hi, Elena.
Hi. So if the chakras are colors of the rainbow, then why is the root color not red?
I know. It is a form of red, I just put root, but it really is red. Anything root, like a beet red. Yeah, for sure. So that is accurate. Yeah, no problem, Eleanor. Any other questions come to mind? No? All right. So let's get into how we can balance our chakras. There are several ways, but I just wanted to keep it simple. For example, for the root chakra, you can envision the color red glowing brightly at the base of your spine where the chakra is located, which is also the beginning of the root chakra. Just imagine it being cleansed and balanced. That's one way. Visualization can totally help with chakra balancing. So Elena, to go back to what you said, yeah, it is the color red, any root color red specifically. But you can definitely wear more red to help. And it's funny, a lot of people will find that they're drawn to specific color and they don't know why. And a lot of times it's because that's what they need more of in their life, So it's very interesting. As we go further along, you may start to realize, I'm often drawn to oranges or reds or yellows, you know what I mean? And there's some meaning to that. So keep that in mind as well, So definitely wear more red. That would help to balance your chakra, your root chakra. You can dance as it frees us from shame. And taking a shower can also help to balance the root chakra too. So those are some simple ways of balancing. It doesn't have to be too complicated or technical. Solar plexus. How can you balance your solar plexus? You can walk outside, become one with nature. That's a big one for that particular chakra. Crystal healing is a big one. So that's right up your alley, W. Witt, for sure. And you can eat more pineapple and corn, bananas, brown rice, oats, and ginger. All those foods correlate to that particular chakra. So that's a great one. Definitely enhance what you eat, make changes in that area, and you'll start to see a difference. There's also a mirror exercise that you can do. And I provided a few of the affirmations that would be applicable to this particular chakra. And they are the following: I am enough. I am worthy. I am capable. I am powerful. A lot of people don't realize that the solar plexus is linked to so much more than we know. Usually when you're stressed about finances, that's all linked to the solar plexus. That balance, that self-confidence, that self-esteem, all of that is linked to the solar plexus. So it's a pretty important chakra, if you ask me, in my opinion, So it would be ideal to keep this balanced. And if you feel like it's unbalanced, definitely make efforts to change that, because it'll be for your best, your most benefit, of course, for sure. Crown chakra. Meditate. That's a huge one for the crown chakra. As I mentioned earlier, it helps you to connect with your higher self, which makes you feel centered and grounded and one with nature, but mostly one with yourself. You feel centered and not scattered. There's clarity. You feel as though you are clear on what it is you need to be doing or who you are. It just provides you with clarity when you connect with your higher self. So meditation really helps to bring you there very easily. And that can be done any time of day for however long you choose. It could be a few minutes or an hour. So that's a great one. You can definitely use essential oils. Aromatherapy is a big one for the crown chakra, along with a few other chakras, but any essential oil that you like would be fine. Just ones that help you clear your mind and relax. So naturally, lavender would be a great one. For the crown chakra, you could be open to exploring plant medicine. That's been said to really help with balancing the crown chakra. Third eye chakra, balancing that chakra. Sleep. I think that's the simplest of them all. Sleep will help to balance your third eye chakra. Affirmations, as mentioned in the previous slide, also can help to balance your third eye. Yoga. Yoga is a big one as well for this. Different poses that will help open your third eye and just help you balance your chakra as well. Throat chakra, wear more blue. Kathy's already has a head start. You can definitely do some neck stretches. And journaling is a big one. Journaling is a huge one for the throat because you're expressing yourself, right? Freely without the fear of being judged or without the fear of hurting anyone's feelings. So journaling allows you to really just open up and speak your truth, even if it's on paper. So that in itself is freeing. Two modalities that can help chakras and help balance and clear them. Definitely Reiki. And I mean, naturally, I would share that as well. But Reiki can help relieve the symptoms of blocked chakras and promote harmony and balance. And for anyone that is unclear or unsure of what Reiki is, I can definitely share that a little later. Yoga's come up a few times. And the reason why is because yoga helps move energy in your body, even when you're not focusing on it. It helps you to become aware of your body's energy system. So yoga is really great for helping to clear the chakras along with Reiki. And energy medicine as a whole would be awesome and helpful to help clear chakras as well. I wanted to include chakras that would be beneficial for each chakra. And those crystals are, for your crown chakra, I recommend amethyst. I included the picture next to it as well for those who may be unfamiliar with crystals as well. Third eye, black obsidian is a great crystal to use. For your throat, going to that green aquamarine would be great. For your heart, green calcite is a great crystal to use. Solar plexus, citrine, sacral carnelian, and the root chakra, hematite. So coming back to you, any questions on any
I
particular?
would like to ask, how about massage for kind of balancing the chakras?
Most definitely. But in a sense, I feel as though balancing the chakras is more internal work, you know, but naturally the massage will help you to release stress and get your body in a relaxed state. So that's definitely helpful for sure. Definitely. Thank you for that question, Mata. Anyone else? Any other questions? Any chakras mentioned that you were unfamiliar with or that makes more sense to you now as you're hearing about it?
I also read, this is maybe too complicated probably, but there are different tones or pitches associated with each chakra.
I'm so sorry. You said they're different. I didn't hear.
Tones or pitches, like music.
Oh yeah. Healing frequencies can definitely be beneficial too. Just sound healing in general. There's definitely different frequencies. Yeah, depending on which chakra or just your goal, your healing goal for sure.
So we have a question from Demisha. Is there
Yes.
anything that you need to do to learn first before you focus on your chakras?
No, just knowing their location would be ideal. And knowing what each chakra is responsible for sure. And this way you can kind of do not evaluation, but you can look within and say to yourself, okay, I notice that I feel this way, or I tend to feel this way. And then you can start to make changes if you choose. But definitely knowing the location and what each of them represent would be a great first start. Thank you for that question. And Demisha, you feel, you have background. Okay, I got you. I got you, not a problem. Yeah, feel free to unmute and ask. It's fine, not a problem. But I understand. Anyone else have any questions? Again, I like to engage. I like to speak.
So I just looked up root chakra and it says 396 hertz.
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you for that.
Somebody just asked a question I wanted to ask in the chat.
And feel free to unmute and ask. You don't have to type unless, there's a reason, then that's not a problem either. But yeah, there are specific frequencies that work depending on what your healing goal is. So thank you for sharing that one with us.
So there is a question about the root chakra. Why hematite? It's black, not red?
Honestly, hematite is more of a gray, but I understand why you're asking that. No particular reason. It's just that specific crystal tends to help with, feeling more centered. I actually have my hematite right here, and it just really helps to calm you, but most of all, help you feel connected, which is an it's important for the root chakra. So I know we've been going according to color up until the root, but it's it doesn't have to necessarily be red in this case. It's just a crystal suggestion.
And Elena had a question. Go ahead, Elena.
No, I said somebody asked my question.
Oh.
Why is hematite not red?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's just a suggestion. Cornelian is kind of orange red, but it's just a suggestion. This is the one that I find is really beneficial to that particular chakra. So if something else resonates with you, if some other crystal allows you to feel more connected to that particular chakra, feel free to use it. There are no restrictions.
And when you finish sharing your screen, could you please show us the hematite closer to the camera so we could see it? I mean, right now
Sure,
you're
there you go.
sharing,
I'll
we
do that
really
now.
can
I'll do that now. Can you see it?
better, except
Yeah.
your little screen is small because you're sharing the big one.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I got you. All right. Not a problem. No problem, my dear. Yeah, it's more of a gray. Are you familiar with this crystal, Elena? A lot of people. Okay, it's very popular in jewelry, so you may have seen it on necklaces and not realize that that's what this is. Yeah.
Isn't it magnetic also? Doesn't it have a magnetic properties?
I believe it does, but it's just really one of those crystals that is multi-use. I use it when I'm doing meditation, and I also use it when I just feel a little stressed or I need to be relaxed. So it's beneficial on many levels for sure.
And how do you use it? Do you just hold it in your hand and that's it, or you have to do something with it?
Yeah, just simply hold it in your hands, or you can even wear it on your body. And of course, naturally, if other people have been holding it or you just recently purchased it, you should cleanse it first by running it under cold water or even putting it in the moonlight. We've had a few full moons in the last week. That would be a great way to cleanse it. Definitely cleanse it first. Don't just start using it.
For how long?
You can put it in the moonlight overnight, or you can run it under cold running water for a few moments, and that would be fine. And also, if you want to make it even simpler, you can just simply hold the crystal in your hand and set the intention that it is being cleared.
I have a question.
Hi, Casey. There you
Hi. I know you mentioned the moon. Someone told me that I should put water on my windowsill every new moon.
Mm-hmm.
What are the benefits of that? Like, I didn't go too deep. Does that have something to do with our chakras as well? Or can it help? Or is it
It can definitely help. It can definitely help. That's called moon water. That's one of the rituals that a lot of people engage in. It's funny that you said that. But it just helps to give you clarity, and yeah, it's kind of a fresh start. That's why a lot of people also bathe with moon water. They'll take a bath of it, but some people prefer to ingest it, actually consume it. But it's really symbolic of a fresh start.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Just curious though, Casey, did you do any other rituals or anything else during our full moon?
No, I did a water meditation.
Okay.
That someone introduced me to. So we meditated with water, and just like they said, it's like flowing through your body and affirmations.
Beautiful. It's a great time to create new goals, right? And manifest naturally. And the beautiful thing is a lot of people don't realize that the energy from the full moon is still around 2 weeks after. So you still have time. A lot of people feel they have to do it that night. And if they miss the opportunity, that's it. You still have the energy on your side.
So I can still put a mason jar on my window to get moon water?
Well, you want to do that when the full moon is actually out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? In that specific case, right? And you also it's a great time to set your intention right before you place it in the moonlight as well. So whatever that may be,
awesome.
Whatever you're working on, Just set that intention and then place it down.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Does it
And
have
be
to be?
aware, it could break. Don't let it sit outside in the freezing weather. It'll break.
Okay.
Done that.
You should get it first thing in the morning.
Okay, got it.
Thank you for that.
Thank
What were you asking, Magda?
It was like, well, I mean, I assumed indoor window cell, but does it have to be on the window facing the moon or any specific direction or like?
A lot of people place it outside, like actually outdoors, as you were saying, WA.
Oh, outdoor.
Yeah, yeah. You want it to be directly in the moonlight. That would be ideal. And it's
Oh,
important to set that intention before you place it down. Don't just simply place it down, you know? Set that intention because it's all about manifestation and new opportunities, new beginnings, new starts. That's the symbolism. Oh, Martha would like to join us. All righty. Just admitted her. Oops. Alrighty. Let's see. Hi, Martha. Thanks for joining us. Any other questions? Any other thoughts? Anything that's always been on your mind? You didn't have anyone to ask? You're the right person to ask.
I have another question. Sorry.
No.
So
you're
as
fine.
far as the crystals, is there like a, let's say, ritual that we need to do with the crystals?
Other than cleanse them, you mean specifically for chakras?
Correct. Yes.
Other than cleanse them, which is a big one, you know, you don't want to just go to a crystal store and simply bring home a crystal and start using it. You have to think about it from, you know, the perspective of you don't know what residual energy is on it. You don't, you know, crystals pick up on the vibration, frequencies, energy around them. So just being in a crystal shop alone, it's going to
Okay.
have negative and positive energy around, right? And then the people that picked that particular crystal up and put it down, and even the people that stocked it, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's really important that you cleanse it first and foremost before you start working with it. That's really the only ritual I would say to implement before starting to work with a crystal.
And to cleanse it, would you say using oh my God, I was just sage or something like that?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, even better. You know, and I don't usually recommend that immediately because not a lot of people even know about sage or have sage, but a sage bundle would be amazing. Yeah, that would be great. And just simply hold it under and wait until the smoke, you know, goes upward.
Okay.
That would be ideal. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
quick and sure way of cleansing it and not ever having to feel like I don't know if, you know, I cleansed it efficiently. You know what I mean? You know for sure that
Perfect.
sage did its job. So yeah, that's like the number one way to do it, in my opinion.
Thank you.
And
Oh,
by
you're so
sage,
welcome.
you mean the plant?
The bundle, like smudging. And that's exactly why I don't usually recommend that first, you know, especially if people are just learning about cleansing crystals, you know, because they're like, what's that? But I actually have my bundle not too far. There are different types of bundles. Some have flowers in it. Some it's just simply sage, but you you know, burn it, you light it, and then you just cleanse whatever it is that you wish to cleanse. So not the actual plant, but a smudge stick is what you'd call it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it is the plant. It's the white sage.
Yeah,
And
no.
you'd bundle it together and you take a cotton cloth and wrap around it and let it dry. You can
Yeah.
also use Crohn's wort.
Nice.
That's better than sage.
Sweetgrass too. Because not everyone can tolerate the scent of sage. I don't know if you're like me, W.
Yeah.
I don't really like sage that much. But no, Elena, yeah, it is the plant. I'm not saying it's not. I don't want you to think I am. It's just I don't want you to think you get the actual plant and that's it. There's a process behind it, and you can usually purchase it. But yeah.
So if somebody is severely out of balance, how long does it take to balance a specific chakra?
You'll start to see a difference. Okay. You'll start to see a difference as you begin. And obviously, if you still feel the same way, continue to do what you're doing. It's going to take time, just like it took time for you to get unbalanced. A lot of the times people have been unbalanced or, are unbalanced and don't even realize it because that's how they've been for the longest. But I guess wanting change would be the first step, right? Noticing that there needs to be change and then taking those steps. And you'll start to notice that maybe you're more jovial, less quick to snap, less quick to be impatient. You'll see subtle change. And people around you will probably notice as well. They'll probably tell you before you even notice, but just the way how you feel, W. Witt, feel free to ask the question. You don't have to message it. Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you for answering. Where can I get sage or crystals? Yeah, definitely. Whole Foods, Natural Grocery, Gem Show. There are lots of metaphysical stores in several areas. You just need to do a Google search and you'll be able to locate them.
Yeah, actually the Gem Show, they have some amazing ones. We used to have it twice a year, one in January and one in July. And the January one was someplace by the airport, and it's amazing. They have vendors all over United States with international stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
I
been
went to a
canceled this
crystal.
year.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not even a virtual option?
No, there's two, it's mostly retail.
I see. I
But
asked
it's not
because,
some
go ahead.
place by airport. It's Kansas City Expo Arena.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it sounds lovely. I mean, it sounds like it's worth taking a trip to see. My most recent crystal show was in on Long Island, and they also had vendors from several places, and I ended up purchasing crystals from someone based in Connecticut. So it's great to have options and varieties around you. I love those type of shows. So as soon as it's back on, I may have to take a trip.
Have you seen this?
No, what brand is that? I love that.
It's
That's awesome.
Oracacia, and it comes in a rollerball bottle.
Mm.
Nice.
This one is Enlightening Crown for balancing. It has,
I like.
I can't read it. I'm signed up to get my glaucoma cataracts. I can't see
Cataracts.
anymore. It has lavender, vanilla, and frankincense in it.
Nice.
And it's in an oil base. It smells heavenly.
What is it for?
For balancing the crown chakra, and there's one for each of the chakras.
Thank you.
Those,
Now, how long have you had that, and where did you find it?
I've had it for a long time. I bought it from Frontier Co-op, but you can get it at Whole Foods, Natural Grocers, Sprouts, anywhere that sells essential oils.
Yeah, aromatherapy is huge with chakras. So for those of you who already diffuse essential oils, please know that it benefits your chakras as well. W. Witt, have you noticed a
Susie.
difference using it? Susie?
Yeah, I do. Usually when I wear it, I feel better.
Nice.
I couldn't explain it, but I feel better.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I would like to add a nearby town, Lawrence, Kansas. They also have a very nice crystal store. Crystal store. And also one is at Lee Summit, Crane something. It's called Crane something, and they have nice crystals. And I bought at estate sales. I am into crystal orbs, and they are very expensive if the crystal is really good. And I bought some really good deals at estate sales. So that's
Awesome.
also
Nice.
a place to find.
We have something in common. I have a thing for estate sales too. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Nice. I
Magda,
see you over there.
Magda, what's the name of the store in Lawrence? Do you know?
Let me Google it. I hope I won't ruin the session or something. Let me Google it
No,
really
no
fast.
problem. We're sharing,
Let me see.
especially,
Thank you.
No, I mean, like,
good research.
I hope I won't log everybody out. That's what I mean.
Okay. In that case, I hope you don't.
We don't want to lose everybody.
No, not at all. Any other questions in the meantime?
You're
I
not
never heard-
going to estate sales You're not afraid to pick up any negative energy passed
That's
through generations?
a great question, Elena. And you know, not a lot of people are even aware of that. So that I have another follow-up question for you after I answer. But yeah, even with that, you know, cleansing, and that's where sage would come in too, right? A nice smudge stick would definitely be beneficial. That's a great question.
All right, I have it. So it's called Summit Steps Minerals. And the address is 17 West 9th Street. And the phone number is 785-393-4009.
Nice.
Say the name again, please.
Summit, like a summit of the mountain, Steps Minerals.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me look up the one in Lee Summit. I mean, so okay, keep going, Nadia. I will keep looking.
No problem. Tammy, I haven't heard from you yet, or Martha or Gabrielle. Feel free to send a message, as Kathy as well. Feel free to send a message or just unmute and ask any questions you may have or any thoughts you'd like to share. And any specific questions you may have pertaining to you, feel free to ask as well. Maybe I can be some assistance in that regard and shed some light. Maybe the spiritual coach in me can help in that regard. So feel free to ask. And if it's something personal, feel free to send a private message too.
Nadia,
Elena, nice background.
Nadia,
Yes.
if I were to go in for a Reiki session, would, like, if I were to come in with you, would you be able to tell where my chakras are blocked?
Yeah. A lot of the times I'll pick up, and I can only speak for myself, by the way, Kathy, you know, everyone does things differently. Their approach is different and their
Right.
background too, the training, you know, depending on what it is. But for myself, speaking for myself, I can usually pick up on energy blockages and just know which areas need attention. So a lot of the times I'll then focus on those areas, and my client may notice that I am lingering in that area as opposed to the area that they initially came in for, whether it be the neck, the shoulder, the knee. You know, I may linger in that area, so it'll be noticeable to them. And then I also usually mention after a session things that they can do to clear or further balance those chakras too. And
Okay.
sometimes it's more than one, you know, sometimes it's not just one. But I will tell you this, Kathy, a big one is the throat chakra. That's like the most common blocked chakra that I notice and I see often, you know. And it's not until I mention it that a client is like, oh yeah, you know, I tend to suppress my feelings. I tend to not speak up. And then it becomes clear to them what they need to do more of. Hi, Martha. Thanks for saying hello via chat. Tammy says, this is all new to me, so I am listening and learning. Not a problem. Thank you for being here.
All right, and my throat chakra is just fine. I have no problem speaking up. So here is a shameless plugin for Blue Heron Design in Lee Summit. So Blue Heron Design, phone number 816-347-8700. A friend of mine told me about it. And they also have a Facebook page, and I hear they're supposed to have an awesome stuff.
And what does Blue Heron do?
It's another gemstone store.
Okay.
How do you know that those crystals are real and not fake?
Question. I'm sure it's to me, right? Always make sure it's from a reputable source. That's one way of telling. You know, I've had people in person say, you know, I was looking on a particular website. I won't say the particular website, but like a website that has nothing to do with crystals, you know, like, oh yeah, I noticed that they had crystals and very pretty,
Amazon.
you know? Yeah, like that's, you know, go to a crystal that's designated specifically for crystals, if that, and is reputable and has great reviews. And if you're going to a physical store, just a place that has a variety, but most of all has information available to you. And, you know, the person that you're potentially purchasing from as well should be able to answer your questions and not, you know, it shouldn't be Like, okay, well, let me whip my phone out. You know what I mean? Let me Google that real quick. Yeah, because I actually had that experience. I was in Brooklyn, and I came across a table with beautiful amethyst crystals. I mean, beautiful. And I was asking questions, and the vendor couldn't answer. He's like, well, there's another guy that's been here for like 30 years, but he stopped selling. So I took over because I saw an opportunity. But he sold something completely different before, and he jumped on that bandwagon. So, it's just important that you're able to get your questions answered, and, even go in and say, hey, I'm noticing this, or I would like to have more of this in my life. What do you recommend? And they can walk you through the store. You know what I mean? And show you. That's a
Thank you.
great sign too.
Well, because the reputation is at stake. If especially in the high end crystals, some of them are thousands or dozens of thousands, and then kind of the collectors community is very small, and actually I met somebody who deals with like the high-end crystals at one of those Kansas City stores, and they said some of them people color, some of them are glued together or altered, and she said we would use reputation really fast because they have a few clients who can afford $30,000 crystal.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of people have found ways to make changes and make things or make crystals appear authentic and make them look extra unique, which makes the person want to buy. Martha's asking, where is the best place for a Reiki session and how much does it cost? Well, and let me know, Martha, if you want more a more in-depth description on Reiki as well, or what a Reiki session looks like. But you can definitely do a Google search if you're comfortable or seeking a session in person. There are some people that prefer to actually have an in-person session, but you're always welcome to speak with me further. I offer distant Reiki sessions as well. So my clients are everywhere in the world, and they're able to still get the same benefits of an in-person session. So in case you're wondering, because I'm sure people are like, how do you do that? Just like sound waves, you can't see it, but it's there, and it works. It's the same thing with distant Reiki. In level 2, you are trained and shown and taught sacred symbols that will allow you to send energy anywhere in the world. So I have clients in different states, as well as even in London, England, and Barbados, and they feel as though, they get the same benefits as being in person. So it really is a personal preference. There are some people that only want to see me in person, and that's fine. But then I have other people who are like, wow, like I found that the distance session was more intense. So personal preference. And as far as cost, it varies. It varies. Go ahead.
First, a personal question to you. How have you and your family been feeling recovering from the COVID?
Thank you for asking, Kathy. Love you. You're awesome. Much better. Everyone else is 100% except for me. Yeah, but I've definitely been using some crystals. I really narrowed it down to specific crystals that help with respiratory health, for example, immunity or just immune support. That's been the focus. And I can't say that that's the only things that have worked for me, but I've definitely included them in my daily routine. So coming along, last I spoke to you, I think I had a lingering cough. That's no longer, right? You noticed that immediately. Okay. Yeah. So that's something good to report for sure, because that was quite annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for asking.
My question is, why would a crystal be $100 or $1,000? I mean,
Depends.
should
It
we
depends on the
expect to pay
size.
something like that?
Size, clarity.
Yeah, that too. But the size, I mean, there are people that like the cathedral and like it depends. Because I've seen crystals that were $5,000 and up easily.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. And a lot of people like to collect specifically those types of crystals. And like W had said, the clarity. The clarity.
It's like
the uniqueness of it.
diamonds. Diamond is a crystal too.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah. Especially if, it's from Peru or, Madagascar, and you really like that particular crystal or that type of crystal, you're willing to pay, whatever it is to have it.
But we don't necessarily need to expect to pay that much for something that'll work for us.
Not at all. Not at
Okay.
all. Yeah, you can always get a tumbled stone. I'm telling you, I've seen stones under $1 easily. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No pressure there at all.
Good.
Yeah. Any other questions? Oh, and W. Witt, I have a question for you. You mentioned you're a massage therapist, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Any other modalities? Just curious.
I do cranial sacral therapy. I'm retired now. I did myofascial release,
Wow.
a lot
Have
of
you ever dabbled in energy
neuromuscular.
work?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Nice.
yeah. Cranial sacral is a lot of energy work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just curious
it's
if any
absolutely
Reiki or
fascinating.
any other.
No, I've never done Reiki. I had too much on my plate and didn't have time and the money and it didn't go towards my continuing education.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Were those modalities well received for you? Like your clients?
Yes.
It's like twofold, right? You benefit as well, like, because you're seeing the difference that it makes, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I did a lot of cranial sacral therapy. I helped a couple ladies that had Bell's palsy. They came into my office. They looked like a melted candle. By the time they left, their mouths were lifted back up where they should be, and the drooling had stopped. And it was absolutely miraculous.
It's beautiful. Wow. Awesome. Done a lot of good. Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
Oh, no problem.
And
Thanks
I
for
miss
sharing.
doing it. If my hands hadn't gone bad on me, I'd still be there.
Yeah, I gotcha. Thank you.
Mhm.
Any other thoughts? I wanted to close with a quick meditation, specifically for the chakras.
Well, I would ask what Reiki is, but probably it's a long story.
It is, but I can keep it short for you. So Reiki, how I sum it up and summarize it is Reiki is an ancient Japanese healing technique used for chronic pain, relaxation, and energetic balance. So a practitioner places their hands typically above the client or directly on their body, starting at the top of their head. And there's specific positions that you're taught, in each level. But it's non-invasive, and a person remains fully clothed. And as you go through each position, the client usually feels sensations such as tingling, warmth, or coolness. And the practitioner also feels sensations too. So it's just important that you drink a lot of water after you have a session, because Reiki continues to work even after, and it helps to detoxify and get rid of what no longer serves you. But Reiki is always, always, always for your highest and greatest good. And it's all about the intention behind it with the practitioner. That's why it's really important to know who you're working with and find someone that's actually certified and is experienced, and someone that's comfortable answering your questions. And, I always have a conversation before a session just to make sure that the expectation is realistic, because you'd be surprised some of the things that, I've heard. So it's important that I meet with a person just to see what's going on and what your goal is, what's bringing you to Reiki, what's making you consider, that modality, and then take it from there. But yeah, just being comfortable with a practitioner is very important.
And who should they be certified by?
No one in particular, but naturally a certified Reiki master teacher, or even a school, that would be great. There are a lot of people who are certified from online courses, and I'm not going to dismiss that at all. I'm not saying anything negative about that, but it's important to make sure that they are certified and not self-taught. If there even is such a thing, you'd be surprised.
We have a question here about Moldavite. Actually, it's from my part of the world, and I love Moldavites. They are very expensive.
Yeah.
And rare.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. What made you decide to ask that question, Martha? Do you have Moldavite? Like, do you? Just curious. Oh, you do? Okay. And have you used it already? Like, and when you have used it, or if you, I'll wait for you to answer first. Okay. In the meantime, I'll say that, you know, I don't know if there was a specific reason why you gravitated to it or, you know, what your intention is when you use it, but it's definitely helpful to, it's helpful with your heart chakra if you don't already know that. Oh, okay. So at first you had a headache when you used that. Did you have a headache after you used it, or did you grab it because you had a headache? Just want to make sure I'm clear. But it's known for giving you heal. Okay, beautiful. Definitely known for giving healing. So that's great. Did you feel any difference once you started working with it? It's also known for giving you bursts of energy. So if you're feeling sluggish, that's a great, it's a great crystal. Great. She says now she feels great. So it worked.
I
It
need,
helped. It
I
helped.
need a 5-pound one.
Now that's going to be expensive, you see. But yeah, that's awesome. I personally, I don't have it in my collection, but I know that it's great for healing. So I'm glad that it was able to provide you some relief from your headache. Thanks for asking that question, Tammy. Awesome. Oh, all right.
Nadia, you mentioned that you had used a couple of crystals for immune support.
Mhm.
Can you mention what they were?
Sure. Wow. Give me 1 second. Morganite, because I have them right here. I wanted to be able to show you. Morganite was a big one.
Morganite?
Morganite, yep. Very pretty crystal, by the way. And I also used moss agate.
Pardon me?
Moss, M-O-S-S, agate, A-G-A-T-E.
Moss agate.
Thank you. Moss agate. I love how you said it. Yep. So those two. I also use, you know, several, but those are the ones that I really used regularly. Yeah. Put it under my pillow or directly under my chest when sleeping.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, Kathy.
Well, we may run out of time to do the meditation, but a shameless plug, we have a Wednesday meditation every Wednesday at noon for half an hour, introduction to mindfulness. So come on over to clear your crown chakra. And also we are planning to have more because these alternative healing series are really popular. So I will try to schedule more. It has to be approved. Maybe more on chakras, maybe acupuncture and Ayurveda and such. So please contact us, contact me, or check on our website. There are no slides to be sent, but the session is being recorded, so you can go to our website and view this session, the one on Reiki, and the one on crystals we did a couple of weeks ago. So all of it is available on our website. And reach out to me or anyone at the library to find out where to locate it. So does anybody have any last minute questions, or Nadia, any closing words?
Well, just wanted to say thank you all for taking the time to join us this evening. You know, I just encourage you to take time for yourself. I'm really promoting the heck out of self-care this year, and I'm sure you can understand why. So just take time for yourself. You take time for everyone else, make yourself a priority as well, even if it's something simple as drinking more water, you know, or getting more rest. But be well, be safe. And as always, thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you.